Relax now. Let your body settle into softness. Feel the weight of your limbs, the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Allow your mind to drift as though floating on a quiet dawn's breeze. Our story today begins in a great house nestled among dewy lawns and ancient oaks. The air is cool, faint, with the perfume of morning moisture, and soft shadows lengthen across stone steps. Inside, the world is hushed, the hush before the day fully stirs. At precisely 6 o'clock, the first light of dawn begins to lace the edges of heavy drapes. In his chamber, John D. Rockefeller slowly awakens. His morning begins not with urgency, but with a deliberate calm. The slippers by his bedside, soft, dark leather, edged with velvetar, there for him, waiting. He slips them on, feeling their warmth, letting the quiet of the house wrap around him like a blanket. He rises and stretches gently, listening to the distant whisper of servants in the hall footsteps on polished floors, the soft scrape of wood on carpet, the low murmur of shutters being unlatched. The hush deepens his awareness, each sound a soft brush in the stillness. He moves into his library. The smell of leather-bound volumes, old parchment, and polished wood greets him. He stands before a tall window, watching the pale morning sky. There, he waits for a servant to bring his newspaper, laid out carefully on a small walnut table beside a warm teapot. Once the paper arrives, he takes a slow sip of tea not strong, not urgent, allowing the steam to rise, twisting in the light. The servant stands back, nearly invisible in the corner, letting him read in solitude. Rockefeller's mind drifts across headlines, minor reports, gently unfolding the world beyond his walls. At 7 o'clock, he steps outside for a walk through the garden. The dew clings to blades of grass, each drop catching what little early light there is. The path is gravel, lined with trimmed hedges and gravel borders. He moves slowly, deliberately. Somewhere, a fountain trickles. Somewhere beyond, a bird calls, soft and distant. Walking so, Rockefeller soothes the tension in his stomach, a frequent discomfort born of responsibility and stress. He lets the breeze press gently on his face. He breathes in the damp scent of earth and leaf, letting his thoughts drift unforced. The world is waking, but not yet rushing. By 8, he returns indoors for breakfast. The meal is simple and composed with care. Perhaps oats or cracked grains, a few slices of fruit, and something plain to steady the stomach. He chews attentively, slowly, each morsel tasted, each swallow deliberate. Legend says Rockefeller believed in thoroughly chewing even liquids, a way to slow the body and heighten awareness. This small ritual is a gift he gives himself each morning, a moment of embodied calm. After breakfast, there is a brief pause, a period he reserves for silence, to let digestion settle before his mind fully engages with the demands of the day. Sometimes he plays a quiet puzzle game, numerica, a mathematical pastime, so that his thoughts can meander in gentle patterns before diving into work. If these quiet tales are helping you drift off, a gentle like or a silent subscribe would mean the world. It helps this sleepy corner of the internet reach others who need a little calm too. I always wonder, where in the world are you listening from right now? If you're still awake, leave a whisper of a comment, maybe your city and the time on your clock. It's a beautiful thing, this quiet little global gathering, all connected through stories and stillness. Now, let's set the mood, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and get comfortable. Let's continue where we left off, Softly and slowly, let your shoulders sink just a little deeper. Notice the breath in your chest, light and effortless. The world of today can wait. For now, we drift in the soft world of memory, where mornings unfold at a quieter pace. Our story returns to the hushed corridors of Rockefeller's estate, where morning still clings to the windows, and the air is touched by the scent of beeswax and old oak. After his slow breakfast and reflective pause, Mr. Rockefeller makes his way to the solarium. This room, encased in glass, is bathed in filtered light. Ivy coils gently up its outer frame, and vines outside dangle like sleepy sentinels. The wicker chair creaks softly as he eases into it. On a nearby table, a small notebook rests. He opens it with care. This is not a ledger of business, nor a list of holdings. It's a gratitude journal, long before the term became fashionable. Each morning, Rockefeller writes one thing, just one, that he is grateful for. Some days, it's the sound of his wife's footsteps in the hallway. Other days, a particular lilac blooming early, or the way the steam curls from his morning tea. He believes, and speaks often of it, that wealth is meaningless without inner peace. This practice is his quiet rebellion against the chaos that made his fortune. While others rush and shout and scheme, he writes just one small thing. Outside, the grounds remain quiet. A gardener passes the window, his boots brushing dew-drenched grass. His wheelbarrow squeaks, a soft, rubbery wheel, turning under gentle hands. He pauses, notices the sparrows in the trees, then continues. Back inside, Rockefeller rises. It is time for his mail hour, a ritual he treats with the same quiet reverence as his tea or garden walks. He prefers to read correspondence with minimal interruption. A wooden tray carries the letters, sorted neatly: business, family, charity. He opens each with a brass letter opener, shaped like an olive branch, a symbol he keeps close. Most of the letters are typed, a few handwritten, all opened in silence. His mind works slowly, methodically, filtering information with remarkable precision. He does not skim, he reads, absorbing tone, nuance, punctuation. Sometimes, a letter catches his breath, a request from a small-town hospital, or a plea from a widow seeking aid. These letters he sets aside, with a different weight in his hands. He does not respond immediately. He waits, thinks, reflects. At 10 o'clock, the hearth is stoked in the smaller study, not the grand one lined with marble and dark leather, but the quiet chamber tucked behind the hall. The fire here crackles softly, its light flickering across books and small oil paintings. He sits close, warming his hands, not out of chill, but to feel something elemental, the primal comfort of fire, its orange breath flickering across his palms. He recalls winters past, fierce New York blizzards, when even the chimneys groaned. He remembers, too, his youth, cold mornings in Cleveland, hands chapped, boots thin, ambition burning brighter than any fire. In this quiet moment, those memories settle on him like ash, not heavy, just present. From a nearby cabinet, he takes out an old silver pocket watch. It belonged to his father, he says, or perhaps his father's father. Its surface is etched with tiny initials, barely visible in the low light. He winds it once. Listen to the tick, tick, tick. This ticking blends with the room, the hush of the fire, the soft wind outside, the steady breath of the house. Everything holds rhythm. Everything is patient. By 11, the estate begins to stir. Carriages arrive. Business visitors. perhaps, or family. A quiet bustle begins far from his chambers. But Rockefeller remains in his cocoon of calm. He rarely takes meetings before noon. He believes in preserving the early hours for peace. He stands once more, this time to move into his dressing room. A valet awaits, not with urgency, but with familiarity. They've done this together for years. The garments are modest, a woolen vest, crisp shirt, carefully folded trousers. Nothing extravagant, though everything is tailored with precision. Even the buttons are fastened slowly, not rushed, not fumbled. Every motion is deliberate. The world outside may spin fast, but here time is stretched, softened, almost ceremonial. In the mirror, he sees not the billionaire the newspapers portray, but a man shaped by ritual, a man who built empires, yes, but also cherished simplicity. A man who understood that real wealth isn't gold, or oil, or land, but silence, breath, and soft morning light. Let's drift back into the gentle hush of Rockefeller's world. Close your eyes now if you haven't already. Let your breath fall soft and natural. Imagine the warmth of that hearth, the quiet weight of the house, and the calm that surrounds every detail. Our story picks up with the morning now nearly reaching its peak. Outside the estate windows, the sun filters through autumn-colored trees, maple, elm, and tall beech, their branches swaying slightly in the late morning breeze. The grounds are still quiet, but in that kind of living, breathing quiet, the kind that speaks through the rustle of dry leaves, the distant sound of a gardener's rake, the occasional creak of a weathered window frame. Mr. Rockefeller steps into a narrow corridor, lined with windows on one side and oil paintings on the other. These paintings aren't the works of famous artists, not most of them. Some are soft pastoral scenes painted by unknown hands. One, near the end of the corridor, is a portrait of a woman reading beneath a tree. It was a gift from his wife in their early marriage, back when oil was still a gamble and not yet a kingdom. He pauses in front of it for a moment, just one moment, then moves on. At 11:30, it is time for correspondence responses. Not in his own hand, he rarely wrote letters himself now, but by dictation. He sits comfortably, a small lap blanket across his knees, and begins to speak. Slowly, deliberately, each word is chosen like a stone set in a garden path. Thank the good doctor for his letter. Please ensure the donation is handled with our usual discretion. The matter of the school in Pennsylvania, yes. Let them know we will consider the proposal carefully. Send warm wishes to Mr. Carnegie, and no mention of business this time. His secretary, seated nearby with a notepad balanced gently on her knees, nods with quiet understanding. She has worked for him for many years. She knows when to write, when to wait, and when to let silence speak. Some letters are paused halfway through, as he closes his eyes to consider a word. He values tone, not just what is said, but how it lands. A soft voice, even in writing, can move more than a shout. Once dictation is finished, he does not rush away. He stays seated, looking out the window to where the gravel path curves around the old oak tree. That oak is older than the house. Its branches hang heavy as if bowing to the years. For a moment, he remembers being a young man, not the billionaire, not the oil magnate, just John, walking through muddy streets, his shoes worn, selling produce to earn coins. He remembers a time when silence wasn't something he could afford, and now silence is his greatest treasure. Lunch is taken alone today. Not always, sometimes family, sometimes guests, but on certain days he prefers the gentle rhythm of solitude. The dining room used for these private meals is modest, a round table, a single place setting, no grand chandeliers or echoing halls, just sunlight pouring through gauze curtains and the faint ticking of a wall clock. His lunch is light, often a poached egg, some boiled vegetables, a slice of buttered bread, occasionally a cup of clear broth. Everything served warm, not hot, just enough to comfort the stomach. He eats slowly, as always. It is not for lack of time, but because time, to him, is not something to be beaten. It is something to walk alongside, to befriend, to respect. The maid who brings the meal walks with quiet shoes. Her movements are careful, nearly soundless. She has learned, over the years, the importance of creating space for stillness. After lunch, Rockefeller retreats once more to his smaller study, the one with the hearth, now glowing softly. A chair has been turned slightly to face the window, and a folded lap robe waits on its arm. He sits, closes his eyes. For a time, he does nothing. Absolutely nothing. To an outsider, this might seem like idleness, but to him this is the work, the quiet work, of keeping a steady heart and a clear mind, of allowing the soul to breathe without noise or duty. Occasionally, his lips move in silent prayer, a verse remembered from childhood. Not grand sermons, not loud supplication, just a whisper, a few words of thanks. For breath, for the day, for another quiet hour. Let's return now. Slowly the world of early 20th century.com waits for you, hushed, gentle, and perfectly still. Let your body stay relaxed. Let your thoughts soften. We step once more into the quiet life of a man who mastered the art of ritual and silence. The grandfather clock chimes once, a low, mellow sound that drifts across the corridors like a sigh. It is 1 o'clock. Outside, the wind has picked up slightly, not sharp, not loud, just enough to rattle a few curled leaves along the gravel paths. They bounce and scrape gently, like dry whispers in motion. Inside, the estate is warm. Rocking chairs creak faintly in distant corners. Somewhere, a curtain breathes inward as the breeze nudges a half-open window. Mr. Rockefeller remains in the study, the soft lap robe now across his knees. The fire has burned low, just embers now, flickering orange and gold, like little heartbeats pulsing in the hearth. It is in this hour, the early afternoon, when he often engages in what he calls his thinking time. Not reading, not working, not even resting, simply thinking. He believes, quite firmly, that great decisions are never made in haste. That the mind, when allowed to wander gently, finds answers it cannot reach when forced. So he sits in quiet contemplation, not with furrowed brows or clenched hands, but with ease. His breathing is slow, his eyes rest, half closed. His thoughts drift like clouds across a high autumn sky. Occasionally, a whisper of a smile touches his lips, a memory, perhaps, or a realization that comes not from striving, but from stillness. At 1:30, a soft knock, barely a tap. "Enter," he says, his voice low and steady. A servant steps in, not hurried, not loud. He carries a single book, not business-related, but something else, a volume of poetry. Rockefeller, despite his image as a ruthless tycoon, has long loved verse, especially the quiet verse about rivers, about aging, about silence. He takes the book gently, as though receiving something sacred. The pages are thin, the spine worn. It's an old edition, hand-bound, and smells faintly of cedar and dust. He opens to a marked page, reads silently, then again, aloud, though barely above a whisper. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, I feel their patience and the way they lean into the wind. His voice trails off. He closes the book softly and lays it on the side table. At 2 o'clock, it is time for what his staff call the garden pause. He takes his cane, though not always needed. It pleases him to walk with it, and makes his way slowly to the back doors of the estate. The sun is higher now, but gentle. The garden waits, just as it has each day. The gravel crunches beneath his shoes. The breeze carries the faint scent of lavender and damp stone. Bees hum somewhere nearby. A distant fountain burbles, steady and slow. He follows a path lined with boxwood hedges, his fingers occasionally brushing their tops. Each plant is trimmed with care. Each turn of the path is familiar, predictable, comforting. At the far end of the garden, there is a wooden bench, wide, weathered. His initials are carved faintly into the side. J.D.R. done by a gardener long ago, as a surprise. He smiled when he found it, and ever since, he sits on that same bench. Here, the wind moves more freely. It rustles the trees, lifts the corners of his coat. He leans back, eyes closed, and lets the world do what it will. He listens to the birds, to the far-off clang of a stable gate, to the leaves that speak in murmurs, to the sound of his own heart, unhurried, calm. This is not idleness. This is communion with the earth, with memory, with self. By 3 o'clock, he returns. Not rushed, never rushed. As he steps back into the quiet house, a warm towel is offered for his hands. A simple touch, the kind of detail he values. Quiet care, not showy service. Once inside, he retreats again to the solarium. The light has changed. It is golden now, filtered through soft glass and vine-covered trellises. Dust motes float gently in the sunbeams. The air is warmer here, still carrying the breath of the garden. He sits, takes a sip of warm barley water, a habit picked up years ago, when his stomach was more fragile. The drink is plain, comforting, easy, and then he closes his eyes for a short rest. Not a nap, exactly though. Sleep may come, more drifting, a surrender to the hour, letting thoughts fade, letting the day hold him. The clock ticks softly, the fire crackles faintly, the breeze rustles the ivy. The story still has more to share, but for now we let this moment settle like dust in a sunlit room. Let yourself sink deeper into stillness, now deeper into the warm, golden light of late afternoon. The day is stretching into its quieter half. Mr. Rockefeller's world continues, calm and unrushed. Let the next part wash over you like a gentle breeze, steady, soothing. The house, by now, has entered its afternoon hush. It is a different kind of quiet from the early morning, not the silence of sleep, but the kind that feels earned, lived in, a deep, old silence that lives between ticking clocks and polished stair rails. Mr. Rockefeller stirs slightly in his chair. The sun has moved across the solarium floor, warming the tiles beneath his feet. He blinks slowly, coming back from a gentle drift of thought, perhaps a dream, perhaps just silence. He stands. At his side table lies a brass bell, no louder than a whisper when rung. He taps it gently. From down the hall, footsteps approach, measured, familiar. A valet appears with a folded wool coat and a pair of soft gloves. There is no need for words. The next part of the day always unfolds the same way. At 4 o'clock sharp, the carriage is prepared. It is not ornate, not gilded or grand, but carefully maintained. A dark navy exterior, polished wood steps, and a faint scent of saddle oil and cedar. The horses are calm, trained over years to trot without haste. Their hooves make a rhythmic, almost hypnotic sound against the driveway stones. Clip-clop, clip-clop. The ride is short, no more than 20 minutes, to the edge of the property where the lake lies. This is his favorite hour. The landscape changes with the light. The trees surrounding the lake turn gold. The water reflects not just the sky, but the hush itself. Everything here feels soft-edged, muted, like a memory half-remembered. The driver says nothing. He knows this part of the routine is sacred. Rockefeller steps down carefully, walking the final few yards to the bench by the lake. He does not bring papers, no ledgers, no notes, just his thoughts. The lake is still, the kind of still that invites reflection. Even the birds seem quieter here. Just now and then the soft whir of wings as a heron lifts itself from the reeds and glides silently across the water. He sits on the bench, let his shoulders drop, his hands rested in his lap, gloved, fingers relaxed. The soft fabric brushes together with the breeze. He gazes across the lake and watches the way the wind moves the water in faint shivers. There's a strange beauty in it, how something as powerful as wind can be so gentle when it wants to be. For nearly half an hour he remains like this, silent, still. At 4:45 he returns. The driver helps him back into the carriage, and they ride slowly toward the house, the setting sun casting long golden ribbons across the driveway. Back inside, the house feels warmer now. Hearths have been relit, and the scent of evening bread, faint and comforting, carries through the kitchen hallway. The staff moves softly, preparing the evening as they always have, with care, with rhythm, with reverence. At 5:15, he returns to his private writing table, not for business, but for letters of a more personal kind. Sometimes a note to his daughter. Sometimes a word of encouragement to a young minister. Sometimes a memory is written just for himself. He believes in the power of handwritten words, in how they carry not just ink, but presence, time, weight. Each letter ends the same way. Yours in health and peace, John D. Rockefeller. Then the pen is capped. The paper is folded. The envelope was sealed with a practiced press. The sun is beginning to lower now. Shadows climb the walls of the estate. Everything leans toward evening. He makes one final walk through the central hall, where portraits of family, old and new, rest in carved wooden frames. His hand glides gently along the polished rail of the staircase, not as steady as it once was, but graceful still. There is a softness to his steps, not hesitation, but intention. He pauses at the base of the staircase, closes his eyes, and listens to the creak of the house settling, to the faint stirrings in the kitchen, to the sound of evening arriving like a slow tide. Let's continue this slow descent into twilight. The evening air is cooling. The hearths glow a little brighter. The world of Rockefeller's home is folding into the hush of night. Let your breath ease once more. Let the quiet deepen. It is just past 6 o'clock. Dinner will be soon, but there is no hurry. In this home, the evening does not arrive like a storm. It seeps in gently, like candlelight across a dark wooden floor. Mr. Rockefeller returns to his bedroom, where a change of clothes awaits. Evening attire is simple, clean, pressed, nothing ostentatious. A dark suit with subtle stitching, fresh linen, polished shoes that still hold the soft imprint of hundreds of morning walks. The valet helps, but Rockefeller lifts most items himself, even now, in age. He believes in dignity, through action, through movement, through doing, even slowly, what one still can. By 6:30, he walks, arm tucked lightly behind his back, to the dining room. The main dining hall is quiet, echoing slightly with age. But tonight, he dines not in the formal room, but in the east parlor, a cozier space with long, sheer curtains that catch the dying light. A single candle flickers in the center of the table. Its flame dances gently, not for show, but for peace. Dinner is modest, always, perhaps a small piece of fish, gently steamed. A few vegetables, lightly buttered. A slice of bread, crusty and warm, baked just this morning in the kitchen's large brick oven. He eats slowly, mindfully, without distraction. Each bite is chewed thoroughly, a habit he's kept for decades, based on a health philosophy he quietly followed. He believed the body responds best when not rushed, that digestion begins not in the stomach but in the moment. His staff move like whispers, plates lifted without sound, utensils placed with care. The soft chime of silver touching porcelain is the loudest sound in the room, and even that is barely more than a sigh. After dinner, Rockefeller does not linger. He thanks the staff with a soft nod, no words, just presence, and walks slowly to the conservatory, a room filled with night-blooming flowers. The windows are large and arched. Beyond them, the sky is deepening, velvet blue, with the first stars blinking into place. Inside, moonflowers open silently. Their scent is subtle, almost like almonds and cool rain. Rockefeller sits on a small wooden bench. The wood is worn smooth by years of use. It creaks slightly as he leans back, hands resting on his knees. From this room, the sounds of the outside world feel filtered, distant, muted. A lone cricket chirps somewhere just beyond the glass. He closes his eyes and listens, not just with ears, but with memory, with stillness, with the body. By 7:30, the evening had fully settled. A fire is lit in his smaller sitting room. This is where he spends his last waking hour. There is no business at this hour, no letters, no visitors, just soft lamplight and a chair turned slightly toward the fire. He reads, but not aloud. His eyes move slowly across the page of a small, cloth-bound book of meditations. Sometimes Marcus Aurelius, sometimes Emerson, sometimes just handwritten notes from years past. He is no longer gathering knowledge. He is walking among thoughts he has already known. Outside, the trees rustle faintly. The wind is light, moving only the upper branches, a sound like distant water. The house, by now, is preparing for bed. Lamps are turned low, curtains drawn, footsteps fade. A quiet voice, only in his mind, whispers the same question he has asked himself every night for decades. Did I live today as I should? He thinks of the garden, the lake, the handwritten letters, the way he paused, truly paused, before each decision, the way he said thank you with his eyes, the way he noticed the trees, and then, without speaking, he answers himself, a slow nod, a breath. Yes, today was enough. His hands rest lightly on the quilt. The fire crackles one final time. The wind outside rustles the ivy on the stone walls. Sleep is already coming. And so, the room quiets completely. The estate, vast, living, gentle, settles into nighttime silence. Above, the stars shimmer like thoughts, too soft to say aloud. Below, within stone and wood, a man rests, not as a billionaire, not as a magnate, just John, an old man in soft linens, a soul wrapped in stillness, breathing in peace, breathing out time. And you, dear listener, you too may now let go of your day. You too may lie back beneath your own sky and allow your own story to slip quietly into dream, into warmth, into stillness, into sleep. Our next story is Carnegie's Silent Dinners. Let's begin this soothing journey together. Please settle into a comfortable place. Let your body relax. Let your breath grow slow and even. Allow the sounds around you to fade gently, like distant waves rolling softly onto a quiet shore. Our story today begins in a grand mansion bathed in candlelight, where a man named Andrew Carnegie invites his guests to share an unusual ritual, an evening of silence, thought, and gentle reflection. The mansion stands tall and proud. Its walls are lined with rich mahogany panels, polished smooth by the hands of time. Paintings of distant lands and quiet portraits gaze down from gilded frames, watching over the stillness like silent sentinels. Outside, the wind moves softly through the trees, stirring leaves in hushed whispers. The faint crackle of a distant hearth adds warmth to the cool evening air, like a comforting heartbeat within the vastness of the house. Inside, footsteps echo gently on plush rugs, muffled but steady. The scent of beeswax candles mingles with faint hints of sandalwood and old paper aromas that wrap around you like a soft blanket, inviting calm. In the dining room, a long wooden table glows in the flickering candlelight. Crystal glasses catch the flame, scattering light in quiet dances. Plates are set with care, their edges delicate and refined. Yet there is something unusual here. No voices rise to fill the space. Tonight is a silent dinner. Andrew Carnegie, known for his towering steel empire and grand investments, believed deeply in the power of silence to foster thought. Though his mansion boasted vast libraries and shimmering chandeliers, his dinners were moments of quiet, a chance to retreat inward, to listen to the unspoken. Imagine sitting beside him now. The table stretches wide, the shadows play gently on the walls. The soft glow of candle flames flickers against the polished silverware. The air is still. Your breath joins the quiet chorus. No words are spoken. No laughter breaks the calm. Only the soft sounds of utensils on china, the slow sip of water, the gentle shifting of cloth. As you breathe in the atmosphere, feel the tension of the day melt away. Let the silence wash over you like a gentle tide, ebbing and flowing in rhythmic ease. Notice the subtle movements, the slight lean of a shoulder, the quiet inhale before a thoughtful bite, the slow, deliberate way each morsel is savored, not rushed, but fully experienced. You sense the depth in the stillness, the space it creates inside the mind, where thoughts can wander freely, unhindered by sound. The meal itself is modest, despite the grandeur around it. Simple foods prepared with Kara roasted chicken, tender and fragrant with herbs, a bowl of seasonal vegetables, steamed just enough to keep their color and life, fresh bread, crusty on the outside, soft within. No excess, no extravagance on the plate. Instead, an emphasis on balance, nourishment, and the quiet joy of sustenance. As you imagine these flavors, allow your body to absorb this calm energy. Feel your muscles soften, your eyelids grow heavier. The candlelight flickers once more, casting shadows that dance like gentle whispers along the walls. Outside, the wind rustles the leaves once again, a sound so soft it might be mistaken for a dream. Inside, Andrew Carnegie sits quietly, a figure of calm strength, embodying the beauty of restraint and the power of silence. Here, at this moment, you are invited to rest, to let the quiet cradle your thoughts, to drift toward sleep with the ease of a fading flame. The room remains hushed. The only sounds now are the faint clink of silverware against fine china, and the soft rustle of fabric as Carnegie shifts slightly in his chair. His eyes, steady and thoughtful, rest on a simple vase of white lilies centered on the table. Their delicate petals glow softly in the candlelight, pure and serene. You watch the play of shadows on the tablecloth, woven from rich damask, its patterns like waves frozen in fabric. Each breath you take deepens your calm. The quiet stretches like soft velvet around you. The meal continues slowly. A small porcelain dish is placed before Carnegie, a slice of poached pear, drizzled with honey and dusted with cinnamon. The sweet aroma rises faintly, mixing with the scent of wax and wood. He lifts his fork, pauses, then takes a careful bite. There is no rush. Each movement is deliberate, measured. You feel your own body begin to mirror this stillness. Your shoulders relax, your hands rest softly in your lap. Beyond the windows, the garden is cloaked at night. Moonlight washes over the leaves and flowers, lending them a silver glow. A gentle breeze stirs the branches, sending a few petals fluttering to the ground, soft as whispers. Somewhere, a nightingale sings its song, low and sweet, echoing through the cool air. Inside, the flickering candle flames lean slightly, as if bowing to the calm night. Carnegie's gaze shifts slowly to a portrait hanging above the mantel, a quiet figure from another time, eyes full of stories. You imagine the stories behind the eyes, the challenges faced, the quiet moments of victory, the patience learned through decades of effort. You imagine the mansion itself, not just a home, but a sanctuary for thought and reflection. As the meal draws to a close, Carnegie reaches for a small cup of tea, a simple brew, steeped just enough to coax out the flavor without bitterness. The steam rises in gentle swirls, warm and fragrant. He takes a slow sip, eyes closing briefly to savor the moment. The world outside and inside feels suspended in a soft, slow breath. And now, dear listener, you may feel yourself beginning to drift. The silence wraps you in a gentle embrace. The soft glow of candlelight echoing in your mind's eye. The steady rhythm of calm breathing. The warm weight of peace. Let's glide deeper now into the soft folds of evening calm breathing, slow, peaceful, like the last light of dusk, slipping gently beneath the horizon. The room grows even quieter now, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. Carnegie sits back slightly, the fabric of his coat whispering against the chair. The candles flicker low, their flames dancing with a slow, steady rhythm. The art around the room, portraits, landscapes, sculptures, seems softened, less defined, as if the dim light has wrapped them in a gentle haze. You notice the faint scent of aged paper from the books lining the nearby shelves, mingling with the lingering aroma of jasmine from a single sprig resting on the table. The silence invites a deepening stillness within you, a quiet space where thoughts can settle like soft snow on a forest floor. Carnegie's hands rest lightly on the table. His eyes close briefly as if savoring the tranquility. No words spoken, no distractions, only the soft, measured sounds of the house breathing around you. You imagine the quiet footsteps of servants moving gently in the background, unseen, unheard, but present. The slow crackle of the hearth fire, far away in another room, a tender reminder of warmth and safety. Outside, the night sky darkens further, the stars blinking awake one by one like tiny lanterns hung by unseen hands. The meal is now complete. Plates are cleared with soft movements, the gentle clinking of porcelain like a lullaby in the stillness. Carnegie stands slowly, stretching his limbs with a softness born of years of mindful habit. He walks toward the window once more, hands folded behind his back. Looking out at the moonlit garden, he breathes in the cool night air. You feel your own breath grow slower now. The quiet around you is deepening, the gentle weight of calmness settling over your body. Your eyes are growing heavier, your mind softening, drifting. Let's gently move toward the final moments of this quiet evening. Feel your body soften, your mind float like a feather all around you. The world slows and peace settles like a warm, gentle blanket. The candles have burned low now, their flames casting long shadows that stretch lazily across the polished floor. The air is cool but comfortable, touched by a faint hint of lavender from a small sachet resting nearby. Carnegie turns from the window and moves quietly toward the sitting room adjoining the dining hall. The room is dimly lit by a single lamp, its light golden and soft. A leather-bound book rests on the table, a collection of poetry, worn at the edges, inviting quiet reflection. He sinks slowly into a deep armchair, the leather creaking softly beneath him. His hands fold loosely in his lap. There is no urgency here, no need to rush, just the gentle unfolding of the evening, one breath at a time. Outside, the garden is draped in silver moonlight. The leaves shimmer softly. A gentle breeze carries the faintest whisper of night flowers blooming. Their scent is sweet, calming. Inside, the room holds the stillness of a slow heartbeat. Carnegie's eyes close. His breath falls into an easy rhythm. The weight of the day slips away, dissolving like mist. And now, dear listener, you too may begin to drift, floating on this sea of calm. Your thoughts grow soft and distant. Your body is heavy and warm. Your mind is ready for the quiet voyage into sleep. The night wraps you gently. The silence hums like a lullaby. The flame flickers once more, then fades. Rest now, dream sweetly. And when morning comes, may you awaken refreshed and serene. Tonight, the house is wrapped in a velvety hush. Carnegie's study glows softly with the light of a single oil lamp. The flame dances quietly, throwing warm patterns against the walls lined with books and treasured mementos. A soft breeze drifts in through a slightly open window, carrying the delicate scent of blooming gardenias and the distant murmur of a flowing creek. The room feels timeless, a place where moments stretch like honey, slow and sweet. Carnegie sits at his large oak desk, pen in hand, working on a letter. But this is not business correspondence. No, this letter is to a young scholar, encouraging curiosity and kindness. His handwriting is deliberate and neat, each word carefully chosen. The rhythm of the pen gliding across the paper is soothing, a quiet song of intention and care. As he writes, the only sounds are the soft scratching of the nib and the occasional sigh of the evening breeze. Outside, the stars shimmer gently, as if watching over the peaceful scene. You feel yourself breathing in sync with the quiet strokes of the pen. The world slows again. After finishing the letter, Carnegie places the pen down and leans back. He closes his eyes for a moment, feeling the warmth from the lamp, the softness of the chair, and the calm settling deep inside. He opens his eyes and reaches for a small music box resting nearby. With a gentle twist, the music begins, soft notes floating through the room like a lullaby. The melody is delicate and slow, a simple tune passed down through generations. It feels like a gentle breeze, a quiet river flowing softly in the night. The music fills the room, wrapping everything in a blanket of calm. You listen with him, feeling the peacefulness seep into your bones. Each note a gentle touch, guiding you further into rest. The outside world fades, leaving only this moment of serenity and grace. When the music fades, Carnegie rises slowly. He walks to the window once more, looking out at the moonlit garden. The trees sway gently. The night air is cool and fresh. He inhales deeply, savoring the silence and the stillness. Then, with soft steps, he returns to his chambers, ready to rest. And now, dear listener, you may follow him. Allow the calm to settle fully. Let the quiet wrap you like a soft shawl. Your breath slows, your heart steadying, your mind drifting gently toward sleep. Let's continue to wander softly through the quiet evenings of Andrew Carnegie's life. Let the calm deepen, your breath steady and slow as the night unfolds gently all around you. Tonight, the mansion feels even quieter, as if holding a secret just for those who listen closely. Carnegie moves through the long, polished hallways, his footsteps muted by thick rugs woven with deep, earthy colors. The walls, adorned with tapestries and paintings, seem to breathe softly in the lamplight. The air carries a faint scent of aged leather and cedar, a cozy embrace that settles into your chest like a gentle sigh. He stops by a small alcove where a collection of delicate glass bottles rest, filled with fragrant oils and tinctures. Each bottle is labeled in neat, precise handwriting: rose, lavender, sandalwood. Tonight, he chooses a sprig of lavender, placing it carefully in a small ceramic vase on the nearby table. The fragrance fills the room, weaving a calming spell of peace and rest. Nearby, a harp rests quietly in its corner. Carnegie picks it up with reverence, his fingers lightly touching the strings. He plucks a few soft notes, simple and slow, like droplets of water falling on smooth stones. The melody drifts through the room, weaving through the silence like a gentle breeze through autumn leaves. Outside, the night deepens. The moon, full and luminous, casts a silver glow through the tall windows. Trees sway with the rhythm of the night wind, their leaves whispering soft secrets. You imagine the cool air brushing your skin, refreshing and soothing. Back inside, Carnegie closes his eyes and lets the music wash over him. The notes carry away the day's worries, dissolving them into the stillness. His breath slows, his muscles soften. You feel yourself sinking deeper into comfort. Your body is heavy yet light. Your thoughts soften into quiet clouds, drifting slowly across a vast, gentle sky. When the last note fades, Carnegie sets the harp aside. He moves to a small writing desk and pulls out a leather-bound journal. With a soft sigh, he writes a few lines, reflections on the day, hopes for tomorrow. Each word is slow and deliberate, a quiet meditation in ink. The pen lifts, the page closes. The room holds its breath for a moment, wrapped in peaceful silence. Carnegie stands and moves toward the door. And you, dear listener, may now allow your own eyelids to grow heavy. Your breath is steady and calm. Your mind drifts, drifting toward the gentle embrace of sleep. Let's drift even deeper into the soft, quiet world of Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evenings. Feel your breath grow slow and steady, your body sinking gently into rest as the night wraps you in its tender arms. Tonight, the house is wrapped in a velvet darkness, pierced only by the soft glow of a single candle flickering on a small wooden table. Carnegie sits by a large window, looking out over the sprawling gardens, bathed in moonlight. The silver light dances gently on the leaves and petals, casting delicate shadows that sway with the evening breeze. The air is cool and sweet, carrying the scent of night-blooming jasmine. He cradles a warm cup of herbal tea in his hands, a blend of chamomile and mint, steeped just enough to calm the mind and soothe the spirit. The steam rises slowly, curling like smoke rings in the quiet air. With each sip, warmth spreads through him, soft and comforting, like the embrace of a familiar friend. The garden outside seems to hum softly, a quiet song of nature's lullaby. The rustle of leaves, the distant call of an owl, the gentle drip of water from a small fountain hidden among the flowers. Carnegie closes his eyes for a moment, breathing deeply. His mind drifts like a leaf on a slow-moving stream. No rush, no noise, just the endless, soothing flow of quiet moments. You feel your own breath grow deeper, calmer. Your muscles release tension. Your thoughts floating away like dandelion seeds on a gentle wind. As the candle flickers lower, Carnegie opens his eyes and reaches for a small, hand-carved wooden box on the table. Inside lies a collection of smooth stones, keepsakes from places he has traveled. He picks one up, warm and smooth in his palm. Each stone holds a memory, a moment of peace. You imagine holding such a stone yourself, cool and comforting, a little talisman of calm to carry into your dreams. The candle flame wavers one last time, then steadies. Carnegie sets down the cup, the warmth lingering in his hands. He stands slowly, moving toward a cozy armchair draped with a soft blanket. As he settles in, the room feels even quieter, a gentle cocoon woven from silence and shadow. You feel your own body sinking further into comfort, your mind drifting, floating on soft clouds. And now, dear listener, you may close your eyes. Let the calmness carry you gently into sleep. The quiet of the night surrounding you is like a tender hug. Let's continue our gentle journey through the peaceful, candlelit evenings of Andrew Carnegie's life. Feel the softness of the night embrace you, your breath slow, your body weightless, floating deeper into calm. Tonight, Carnegie's evening begins with a slow walk through the mansion's quiet hallways. The floors beneath his feet are smooth, warmed faintly by the day's sunlight lingering in the stones. The walls, adorned with portraits and tapestries, seem to glow softly in the muted light of oil lamps. Each step is measured, deliberate, a rhythm like a heartbeat, steady and calm. He pauses briefly before a large tapestry depicting a peaceful forest scene. The threads shimmer in the dim light, capturing the gentle sway of branches and the soft rustle of leaves. Carnegie's fingers trace the edge lightly, feeling the texture, the weave of centuries of craftsmanship. A soft draft brushes past, carrying the scent of wood smoke and fresh pine from the nearby gardens. Outside, the night is deep and still, with stars scattered like tiny lanterns across the velvet sky. As he continues his walk, Carnegie's thoughts wander to the simplicity hidden within complexity, the quiet moments beneath a life filled with achievement and noise. He knows that beneath the grandeur, it is these small, silent rituals that bring peace. Reaching a small sitting room, he settles into a plush chair. A soft throw blanket, woven from gentle wool, is draped over his knees. He lets out a slow breath, the weight of the day melting away. On the table beside him rests a delicate porcelain cup filled with warm milk, lightly sweetened with honey. He lifts it slowly, savoring the smooth warmth as it touches his lips. The taste is comforting, like a whisper of home. Around him, the flickering lamplight casts gentle shadows, creating a cozy cocoon. The quiet tick of an old grandfather clock marks time with soft, rhythmic beats. You feel yourself melting into this stillness, your breath deep and steady. Your muscles release tension like leaves falling softly to the ground. Your mind is quiet, ready to drift. As Carnegie sits in this peaceful moment, the world outside fades away. Only the calm remains. And now, dear listener, you may close your eyes. Let the softness of this moment carry you gently toward sleep. The warmth of the room, the slow pulse of quiet time. Let's continue drifting softly through the tranquil world of Andrew Carnegie's evening rituals. Feel your breath slow, your body relax, as the calm deepens around you like a soft, comforting mist. Tonight, the mansion's library is bathed in the golden glow of a single candle, its flame flickering softly in the stillness. Carnegie sits in a high-backed leather chair, surrounded by shelves heavy with books, volumes worn and loved through many hands. The scent of old paper mingles with a faint trace of sandalwood from a nearby incense burner, curling upward in gentle spirals. He opens a book carefully, the pages whispering as they turn. Tonight, it's a collection of poems, quiet reflections on nature and time. His eyes trace the delicate lines, absorbing the rhythm of the words. Outside, the night sky is clear and vast. The soft rustling of leaves in the garden reaches the window like a lullaby. Somewhere far away, a soft owl hoots, a gentle punctuation in the peaceful darkness. Carnegie leans back, letting the book rest in his lap. His breathing slows, syncing with the quiet pulse of the night. The candle flickers lower, casting shadows that dance like soft spirits along the walls. You feel yourself sinking deeper into this serene moment. The tension slipped away, leaving only calm and warmth. Your thoughts drifting like clouds, soft and slow. A soft breeze stirs the curtains, bringing with it the scent of blooming roses from the garden below. Carnegie smiles faintly, comforted by these small gifts of nature. He rises slowly, placing the book back on the shelf with gentle care. The room feels alive with quiet energy, the kind that comes from stillness and thoughtful presence. As he moves toward the door, the sound of his footsteps is hushed by thick rugs, the mansion cradling every sound. You feel your own body heavy, peaceful, ready to drift fully into rest. Dear listener, now is your time. Close your eyes if you wish. Let the calm of Carnegie's quiet evening carry you softly into dreams. The world is still. You are safe. Let's glide even further into the gentle hush of Carnegie's evening world. Feel the softness settle deeper. Like a warm tide of calm washing over you, your breath steady and slow, your body wrapped in quiet peace. Tonight, Carnegie's footsteps lead him to a small music room tucked away at the end of a long corridor. The room is dim, lit only by the soft glow of a shaded lamp casting pools of amber light across the polished wood floor. A grand piano stands waiting, its black keys gleaming faintly in the gentle light. He sits quietly at the bench, hands resting lightly on the keys. For a moment, he closes his eyes, breathing in the stillness that surrounds him. Then, with a delicate touch, he begins to play. The notes rise slowly, softly, a gentle melody that drifts through the room like a whispering breeze. Each chord flows into the next with effortless grace, a soothing song that seems to wrap the very air in a blanket of calm. Outside the window, the night is deep and quiet. Stars twinkle faintly, watching silently as the music floats into the darkness. A soft wind stirs the curtains, sending them to dance lightly like ghostly ribbons. Carnegie's eyes remain closed, his mind far away in the gentle current of sound. The melody carries with it a feeling of peace, of time slowing, of worries fading. You feel your own heartbeat slowing, matching the rhythm of the piano's gentle pulse. Your breath softens, your body sinks further into comfort. As the last notes fade, Carnegie lifts his hands slowly, the silence wrapping around them like velvet. He remains seated a moment longer, savoring the stillness. Then, rising softly, he moves toward the door. The mansion is quiet once more. Dear listener, your own eyelids may now grow heavy. The world around you dims gently. You drift softly, cradled by the calm. Rest well, wrapped in the quiet grace of this peaceful evening. Let's continue our soft journey through the gentle, quiet moments of Andrew Carnegie's evenings. Feel your breath slow, your body soften as calmness wraps you like a gentle, warm blanket. Tonight, Carnegie retreats to a small greenhouse nestled at the back of the estate. The glass panes glistened faintly in the moonlight, wrapping the plants inside in a shimmering, magical glow. The air here is warm and moist, filled with the delicate scents of blooming orchids and fresh herbs. He moves slowly among the lush greenery, fingertips brushing gently against soft petals and smooth leaves. Each plant seems alive with quiet energy, their slow, steady growth a reminder of patience and time. A small fountain burbles softly in the corner, its water sparkling as it catches the light. The gentle trickle blends with the faint rustle of leaves, creating a soothing symphony of nature's whispers. Carnegie breathes deeply, letting the warm, fragrant air fill his lungs. His eyes close for a moment, savoring the peaceful sanctuary. You imagine yourself here beside him, feeling the gentle warmth, hearing the soft murmur of water and leaves. Your breath matches the slow rhythm of the fountain, deep and steady. As he moves to a wrought iron bench nestled among ferns, he sits with a sigh of contentment. The quiet here feels like a soft, protective embrace. You feel your muscles releasing, tension melting away like morning mist under soft sunlight. Your mind drifts peacefully, carried by the gentle sounds and scents. After a few moments, Carnegie rises quietly. He pauses at the door, looking back once more at the glowing sanctuary. Then, with slow, careful steps, he returns to the warmth of the mansion. Dear listener, you may now allow your own eyes to close. Feel yourself drifting deeper, wrapped in calm and comfort. The night cradles you gently. Let's drift further into the soft, serene world of Andrew Carnegie's quiet nights. Feel your breath deepen, your body melting into warmth, as the night's gentle hush cradles you like a tender lullaby. Tonight, the mansion's drawing room glows faintly with the warm light of a fireplace. The flames dance slowly, casting flickering shadows that sway like soft waves along the richly paneled walls. Carnegie sits in a comfortable armchair, wrapped in a woolen shawl, the fabric soft and comforting against his skin. Beside him, a small table holds a steaming cup of spiced cider, its aroma mingling with the faint scent of burning oak. He lifts the cup gently, savoring the warmth as it seeps through his fingers and spreads a cozy heat inside. The crackling of the fire is rhythmic and soothing, like a steady and calm heartbeat. Outside, the wind rustles the branches of ancient trees, their leaves whispering secrets in the cool night air. Carnegie closes his eyes, listening to the symphony of quiet sounds, fire, wind, soft creaks of the old house settling. His breath falls into a slow, even rhythm. You feel your own breath sinking with the steady crackle of the hearth, your body unwinding, releasing the last threads of tension. Your mind softens, floating gently on waves of calm. After a few moments, Carnegie reaches for a small book resting on his lap, a collection of gentle proverbs and reflections. His fingers trace the cover softly, each word a small anchor of wisdom and peace. He reads a few lines aloud, his voice a quiet murmur, barely above a whisper. The words are simple, kind, and full of quiet strength. You imagine the sound wrapping around you, like a gentle hug for your mind. Each phrase is a step deeper into stillness. The fire crackles once more, then settles into a steady glow. Carnegie closes the book and leans back, eyes drifting closed. And now, dear listener, you too may let your eyelids fall. Feel yourself drifting on a gentle current toward rest. The warmth of the fire and the quiet night holding you safe. Let's continue to wander softly through Andrew Carnegie's tranquil evening. Feel the calm deepen your breath, flowing slow and steady, your body wrapped in the gentle hush of night. Tonight, Carnegie finds himself drawn to a small writing nook near the mansion's great window. Outside, the stars shimmer softly, a quiet tapestry of light against the deep velvet sky. Inside, the nook is warm, lit by the gentle flicker of a nearby candle, its flame steady and calm. He settles into a plush chair, a leather-bound journal resting on his lap. The scent of fresh ink mingles with the subtle aroma of polished wood. His fingers trace the edges of the journal before opening it carefully. The pages are filled with delicate script, thoughts, reflections, and gentle reminders to himself. Tonight, he adds a few more lines, writing slowly, thoughtfully. Each word flows like a soft stream, steady and serene. Outside, a soft breeze rustles the leaves of a nearby elm tree, the sound like a whispered lullaby. A distant cricket adds its quiet song to the night's symphony. Carnegie pauses, lifting his gaze to the stars. He breathes deeply, feeling the vastness of the universe wrap around him like a soft shawl. You imagine yourself there with him, nestled in the quiet nook, warmed by candlelight and the comfort of thoughtful words. Your breath matches the gentle rhythm of his pen, slow and calm. The journal closes with a soft thud. He sets it aside and stretches gently, muscles relaxing further. Carnegie rises and moves softly toward the door, taking one last look out at the peaceful night. The mansion feels still, a place where every whisper of sound carries a note of calm. And now, dear listener, you may close your eyes fully. Let the peaceful quiet wrap around you, carrying you gently toward restful sleep. Let's continue to glide softly through the serene evening of Andrew Carnegie's quiet world. Feel your breath deepen, your body relax, wrapped gently in the peaceful embrace of night. Tonight, Carnegie's footsteps lead him to a cozy sitting room where a soft fire crackles quietly in the hearth. The room is filled with rich, warm colors, deep reds, golden browns, and soft creams, inviting rest and comfort. Plush cushions and a thick woolen throw invite him to sink into their gentle embrace. He settles into a wide armchair, the fabric soft against his skin. A small wooden table holds a delicate porcelain teacup, steam curling lazily from the spiced tea within. The gentle aroma of cinnamon and cloves fills the air, a soothing balm for the senses. Outside, the night is calm and still. The faint rustle of leaves in the breeze and the occasional hoot of an owl compose a quiet lullaby. Carnegie lifts the teacup slowly, savoring the warmth as it flows through him. His eyes close softly, and he breathes in the calm around him. You feel your own breath slow, your body releasing tension like leaves falling softly in autumn. Your mind quiets, floating gently on a sea of peace. After a few moments, he reaches for a small box resting on the table inside. Delicate slips of paper inscribed with thoughtful quotes and reminders. He pulls one out, reading it softly to himself. The words, "A gentle guide toward kindness and reflection." The fire crackles softly, the glow warming the room like a tender heartbeat. Carnegie leans back, eyes half closed, the warmth and quiet wrapping him in a gentle cocoon. You feel yourself sinking deeper into comfort, your eyelids growing heavy, your thoughts softening into a calm stillness. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the peace of this quiet evening carry you gently into dreams. Let's continue our gentle journey through the soft, serene evenings of Andrew Carnegie's world. Feel the calm embrace you deeper, your breath steady, and slow your body sinking further into peaceful rest. Tonight, Carnegie wanders quietly toward the grand veranda that overlooks the sprawling estate. The night air is cool and crisp, carrying the faint fragrance of blooming lilacs and freshly cut grass. The wooden floor beneath his feet creaks softly, a comforting rhythm in the stillness. He settles into a rocking chair, the gentle sway soothing like a heartbeat in the quiet night. Above him, the stars twinkle softly, their lights scattered like diamonds across the dark velvet sky. A soft breeze brushes past, rustling the delicate curtains hung at the veranda's edges. The leaves of nearby trees shimmer and dance, casting playful shadows in the moonlight. Carnegie closes his eyes, breathing in the fresh, cool air deeply. He feels the peacefulness of the night settle in his bones, like a balm for the soul. You imagine sitting beside him, the smooth wood of the rocking chair warm beneath your hands. Your breath matches the gentle rocking motion, slow and calm. The distant hoot of an owl, the whisper of the breeze, the soft creak of the chair, all weave together into a quiet symphony of night. Your mind drifts gently, thoughts floating away in the cool air. After a while, Carnegie opens his eyes and looks out over the gardens, bathed in moonlight. The silver glow paints the flowers and trees with soft, ethereal light. He breathes out slowly, a quiet sigh of contentment escaping him. The night feels like a gentle guardian, watching over all beneath its quiet sky. Dear listener, you too may now close your eyes. Let the calm of this gentle evening carry you deeper into rest. The night enfolds you like a soft, comforting blanket, Let's continue drifting softly through the tranquil night with Andrew Carnegie. Feel your breath, slow and steady, your body sinking deeper into warmth and calm, wrapped gently in the soothing embrace of evening stillness. Tonight, Carnegie moves inside, toward a small alcove where a delicate collection of seashells and smooth stones rests. The soft glow of a nearby lamp casts gentle shadows over the objects, each one unique and full of quiet stories. He reaches out, fingers tracing the cool curves of a polished shell, feeling the smoothness beneath his touch. The shells seem to hold the distant sound of the ocean, the gentle lapping of waves, a soft murmur from far away. Carnegie closes his eyes briefly, imagining the calm of the sea wrapped around him. A soft ticking of a nearby clock marks time gently, a steady rhythm that blends with the quiet pulse of his breath. The room feels like a sanctuary, a small harbor of peace amidst the bustle of life. You imagine yourself beside him, fingertips brushing the smooth shells, heart steady and calm. Your breath flows in time with the gentle tick, slow and measured. Carnegie lifts a small journal from the table, its cover worn but treasured. He opens it to a page filled with sketches of ships and distant horizons, dreams captured softly on paper. He smiles faintly, a quiet gratitude for the simple treasures that bring him peace. You feel that gratitude wash over you, a warm light glowing softly inside. The evening deepens, shadows lengthen, and the lamp's glow flickers like a gentle heartbeat. Carnegie closes the journal and places it carefully back on the table. He moves slowly toward the door, each step soft and deliberate. The quiet of the night wraps around the mansion like a protective cloak. Dear listener, now is your time. Close your eyes and let this gentle peace carry you away. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue our quiet journey through the gentle, restful night in Andrew Carnegie's world. Feel your breath deepen your body, soften as calmness settles all around you like a warm, comforting hug. Tonight, Carnegie wanders softly toward the music room once more, where a violin rests gently on a velvet cushion. The moonlight filters through tall windows, casting a silvery glow over polished wood and shimmering strings. He lifts the violin carefully, the smoothness of the wood cool and familiar beneath his fingertips. With quiet reverence, he brings the bow to the strings, drawing out a single, long note. The sound is soft and pure, floating through the room like a gentle breath. Each note follows with delicate grace, weaving a soothing melody that seems to slow time itself. The music carries the listener gently, like a soft wind brushing over still waters. Outside, the night is deep and still. A soft breeze whispers through the garden, rustling petals and leaves in a quiet dance. Carnegie closes his eyes, letting the music flow through him, his breath rising and falling in peaceful harmony. You feel your own breath matching the rhythm of the notes, steady and slow. Your body melts into the calm, thoughts drifting like clouds on a gentle sky. The last note lingers softly, then fades into silence. Carnegie lowers the violin and places it back gently, the velvet cushion muffling the sound. He sits quietly a moment longer, wrapped in the warm glow of the moonlit room. Dear listener, now you may let your eyelids close. Let the music's soft echo carry you deeper into restful sleep. The night holds you tenderly. Let's continue to drift gently through the calm and quiet of Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evening. Feel your breath slow, your body soften as the night wraps you in a gentle, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie moves quietly to his study, where a small globe rests on a wooden stand. The soft light of a desk lamp casts a warm circle of glow across the room, highlighting the delicate details of the map. He reaches out slowly, fingertips brushing over continents and oceans, tracing paths traveled and dreams yet to be fulfilled. The room is hushed, save for the faint ticking of a clock, each tick a gentle reminder of time's steady passage. Outside, a soft rain begins to fall, the patter against the window, a soothing, rhythmic lullaby. Carnegie leans back in his chair, eyes closing briefly as he listens to the gentle rain. The scent of old paper and polished wood surrounds him, wrapping him in quiet comfort. You imagine yourself there, feeling the cool touch of the globe, hearing the rain's gentle song. Your breath deepens, flowing in time with the steady rhythm of the drops. He opens a small notebook and begins to write softly, each word a gentle step into reflection and gratitude. The rain continues its soft serenade, a peaceful soundtrack to quiet thoughts. Carnegie smiles faintly, the calm of this moment settling like a soft blanket over his soul. The world outside seems distant, wrapped in the misty veil of the night. Dear listener, you may now close your eyes fully. Let the soft rain and quiet night carry you into deep, restful sleep. The night is gentle. You are safe. You are at peace. Let's continue to float softly through the tranquil night alongside Andrew Carnegie. Feel your breath deepen and soften. Your body melts into the calm warmth that surrounds you. Tonight, Carnegie's footsteps lead him to a quiet corner of the mansion's vast library. The shelves tower high, filled with leather-bound books whose spines tell stories of ages past. A single brass reading lamp casts a soft halo of light on a small wooden desk, inviting quiet moments of contemplation. He settles into a plush chair, the cushions soft and welcoming. In his hands, a slender volume, a collection of poetry, delicate words that flutter gently like autumn leaves. The quiet tick of a grandfather clock marks time slowly, a steady rhythm that soothes like a heartbeat. Outside, the wind whispers faintly through the trees, a soft, natural lullaby. Carnegie opens the book, his fingers tracing the delicate script. He reads softly, each line a tender thread weaving calm through the stillness of the night. You imagine sitting beside him, the warm light bathing your face, the gentle murmur of poetry wrapping around you like a soft shawl. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the words. The room feels timeless, a sanctuary where worries drift away like leaves on a slow-moving stream. Carnegie closes the book gently, a peaceful smile resting on his lips. He rises slowly, moving toward the window. The stars twinkle softly in the dark sky, their light a gentle promise of rest and renewal. Dear listener, now is your time. Let the quiet beauty of this moment carry you softly into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue our gentle journey through the peaceful night in Andrew Carnegie's world. Feel your breath deepen, your body relaxing ever more as the soft quietness wraps around you like a velvet cloak. Tonight, Carnegie makes his way to the small conservatory, where delicate ferns and blooming night flowers thrive under the gentle glow of gas lamps. The air here is warm and fragrant, filled with the soft scent of jasmine and gardenia. He walks slowly among the plants, fingers lightly brushing the velvety leaves and soft petals. Outside, the night is quiet, the garden still, except for the faint chirping of crickets hidden among the bushes. A gentle breeze stirs the flowers, sending whispers of fragrance floating through the air. Carnegie pauses beside a small marble fountain, its water murmuring softly as it trickles down smooth stones. The sound is like a gentle song, steady and calming. He takes a deep breath, closing his eyes for a moment to savor the peacefulness. You imagine yourself beside him, feeling the warm, fragrant air and hearing the soft murmur of water. Your breath slows in response, matching the gentle rhythm of the fountain's song. Your muscles soften, releasing all the day's tension. Your mind drifts peacefully, floating on a calm sea of quiet. After a while, Carnegie turns toward the door, taking one last look at the serene garden. The soft glow of the lamps and the quiet murmur of water linger like a tender embrace. Dear listener, now it is your time to rest. Let this peaceful night carry you gently into dreams. You are safe, you are calm, you are held. Let's continue to drift softly through the quiet, tender moments of Andrew Carnegie's evening. Feel your breath steady and slow your body sinking deeper into calm as the night enfolds you in a gentle, soothing hush. Tonight, Carnegie moves toward a small music box resting on an ornate wooden table. Its polished surface gleams softly in the warm lamplight, intricate carvings telling stories of faraway lands. He lifts the lid gently, and the delicate melody begins to play, a sweet, tinkling tune that floats through the room like a whisper. The music dances lightly in the air, weaving a spell of peace and quiet joy. Each note is soft and clear, like the gentle ringing of distant bells on a calm morning. Outside, the night remains still, the world wrapped in a blanket of soft shadow and silver moonlight. The faint rustle of leaves joins the music, a natural harmony that lulls the senses. Carnegie closes his eyes, letting the melody wash over him like a gentle wave. You feel your breath slow, your heart settling into the rhythm of the song. The music box's tune fades softly, lingering like a tender sigh in the still air. He closes the lid gently, the final notes resting like a whispered goodnight. You imagine yourself in this quiet room, the warm light wrapping around you like a soft shawl. Your mind drifts peacefully, floating on the delicate notes and gentle shadows. Dear listener, now it is your time to rest. Let this gentle music carry you into dreams. The night is calm, you are safe, you are at peace. Let's continue to sail gently through the quiet, restful night of Andrew Carnegie's evening. Feel your breath deepen, your body soften, as the peaceful darkness wraps you in its tender embrace. Tonight, Carnegie strolls quietly to the grand piano in the drawing room. The polished keys gleam under the soft glow of candlelight, inviting delicate touch. He lowers himself onto the bench, his fingers hovering just above the keys, poised to create a gentle melody. A single note floats into the stillness, pure and warm, like a breath of wind through autumn leaves. He plays slowly, each note a soft step along a winding path of calm. The music fills the room with a serene hush, wrapping around every corner like a comforting blanket. Outside, the night is hushed and still. The faint rustling of tree branches and the distant song of a nightingale weave into the melody. Carnegie closes his eyes, lost in the simple beauty of sound and silence. You feel your breath deepen, matching the gentle rise and fall of the music. The notes slow, softening like a whisper, until the final one lingers gently before fading away. He lifts his hands, the room returning to quiet, bathed in the soft flicker of candlelight. You imagine sitting nearby, the warmth of the room and the tender music settling softly around you. Your thoughts drift gently, carried on the wings of calm and peace. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft melody carry you into a peaceful sleep. The night is quiet. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through the quiet, tender moments of Andrew Carnegie's peaceful night. Feel your breath slow and steady, your body sinking deeper into calm as the night gently wraps you in its soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie moves toward a small writing desk near a window. The glass glimmers softly with the light of flickering candles placed carefully on the sill. Outside, the moon casts a silver glow, illuminating the garden beyond in gentle shades of gray. He sits down slowly, the chair creaking softly beneath him. On the desk lies a simple leather-bound journal and a fountain pen, its nib glinting in the candlelight. Carnegie lifts the pen and begins to write, not hurriedly, but with careful, deliberate strokes. Each word flows slowly, like a quiet stream winding through a peaceful forest. The gentle scratching of the pen on paper is a soft, soothing rhythm. Outside, the night breeze stirs the leaves, a soft whisper in the stillness. You imagine yourself beside him, feeling the warmth of the candlelight and hearing the gentle melody of his pen. Your breath matches the slow rhythm, calm and even. He pauses, reading over the words he's written, a peaceful smile playing on his lips. The room is filled with quiet grace, a sanctuary of thought and calm. Dear listener, now it is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of candlelight and the quiet of the night carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's serene evening, feeling your breath deepen, your body relax even more, wrapped gently in the calm and stillness of night. Tonight, Carnegie rises from his writing desk and moves slowly toward a cozy nook by the fireplace. The flames flicker gently, casting a warm, golden glow across the room. Soft shadows dance on the walls, their movements slow and hypnotic, like a lullaby. He settles into a deep armchair, the fabric soft and welcoming. A thick woolen blanket is draped over the arm, inviting him to wrap it around his shoulders. The scent of burning wood fills the air, mingling with the faint aroma of aged leather and paper. Outside, the wind hums softly through the trees, a natural chorus to the crackling fire. Carnegie sighs softly, closing his eyes as he feels the warmth seep into his bones. The gentle crackle of the fire becomes a soothing rhythm, steady and slow. You imagine yourself sitting beside him, the soft glow of the fire warming your face. Your breath slows, matching the quiet rhythm of the flames. Your muscles soften, releasing any remaining tension. The room feels timeless, a peaceful haven where worries dissolve into the flickering light. Carnegie opens his eyes slowly, gazing into the fire with a quiet, contented smile. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the gentle warmth of the fire carry you softly into sleep. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evening. Feel your breath deepen and your body relax even more, wrapped in the gentle warmth and quiet calm of this tranquil night. Tonight, Carnegie gently rises from his chair by the fire, moving toward a small, intricately carved cabinet. The soft click of the cabinet door opening is barely audible, a tender sound in the quiet room. Inside rests a delicate china tea set, each piece adorned with delicate floral patterns, soft to the touch. He lifts a small teacup carefully, the thin porcelain cool beneath his fingers. A faint steam rises from the freshly brewed chamomile tea, carrying a sweet, calming fragrance. Carnegie takes a slow sip, the warmth spreading gently through his chest and calming his mind. Outside, the night is still, the garden blanketed in soft shadows and moonlight. You imagine yourself there, the scent of chamomile wrapping around you like a soft whisper. Your breath matches the slow, soothing rhythm of his quiet sip. Your body melts further into calm and peace. He sets the teacup down gently, the faint clink, a tender punctuation in the stillness. The soft glow from the fireplace flickers, casting gentle light across the room. Carnegie closes his eyes briefly, savoring the tranquility of the moment. The world outside fades away, leaving only warmth, calm, and quiet. Dear listener, now it is your time to rest. Let the soft warmth of tea and fire carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through the tender night. Wrapped in calm and warmth with Andrew Carnegie, feel your breath deepen and your body soften as the peaceful night embraces you like a gentle lullaby. Tonight, Carnegie moves quietly toward a small window seat overlooking the garden. The moonlight filters softly through the glass, casting silvery patterns on the floor. Outside, the garden is bathed in soft shadows, the delicate rustle of leaves carried on a cool evening breeze. He settles into the cushioned seat, wrapping a warm shawl around his shoulders. The air is crisp but comforting, filled with the faint scent of blooming night flowers. Carnegie leans forward slightly, watching as tiny fireflies dance silently in the dark. Their gentle glow flickers like tiny stars, painting the night with quiet magic. You imagine yourself beside him, feeling the soft shawl's warmth and the cool night air mingling gently on your skin. Your breath slows, matching the peaceful rhythm of the garden's nocturnal dance. The quiet hum of the night, a soft chorus of crickets, a distant owl's call, wraps around you like a tender embrace. Your body relaxes deeper with every breath, sinking softly into stillness. Carnegie sighs softly, a smile of quiet contentment on his lips. The calm beauty of the night fills the heart with gentle peace. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of moonlight and the quiet night carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm, you are safe, you are held. Let's continue to drift gently through Andrew Carnegie's serene evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen your body, sinking ever more into calm, wrapped softly in the quiet embrace of the night. Tonight, Carnegie rises from his window seat and moves slowly toward a small collection of framed photographs on a nearby table. The warm glow of a nearby lamp illuminates the delicate faces captured in black and white. Each photograph tells a story, a gentle reminder of family, friendship, and moments frozen in time. He reaches out softly, touching the edges of one frame with reverence. The faint scratch of the frame against the wood is a quiet, soothing sound in the still room. Outside, the night deepens, the garden resting peacefully under a blanket of stars. The soft rustle of leaves in the breeze is like a whispered lullaby. Carnegie smiles quietly, memories blooming softly in his mind like a gentle flower. You imagine yourself there beside him, sharing the warmth of those quiet moments. Your breath slows, your heart softens. The room feels wrapped in timeless calm, a sanctuary where past and present blend softly. Carnegie turns gently away, leaving the photographs bathed in the soft lamplight. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let these gentle memories carry you softly into peaceful dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to float softly through the quiet, tender moments of Andrew Carnegie's night. Feel your breath deepen, your body relax even more as the peaceful darkness wraps you in a gentle, soothing hug. Tonight, Carnegie moves toward a small writing nook tucked away behind a velvet curtain. A delicate brass lamp casts a soft, warm glow over an open ledger and a finely tipped quill resting nearby. The quiet scratch of paper invites thoughtful reflection, a moment of calm amidst a bustling life. He dips the quill into ink, pausing to savor the smooth flow of the liquid before beginning to write. Each stroke is slow and deliberate, a peaceful rhythm that mirrors the steady beating of a heart. Outside, the night hums softly, the gentle rustle of trees, the distant song of a nightingale. The world feels hushed, wrapped in a blanket of tranquility. You imagine yourself beside him, the warmth of lamplight and the quiet sound of pen on paper enveloping you. Your breath slows, matching the gentle cadence of his writing. Carnegie pauses, dipping the quill once more as thoughts drift like soft clouds across a calm sky. The room feels timeless, a sanctuary of stillness and quiet grace. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of lamplight and the quiet rhythm of writing carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evening. Feel your breath deepen and slow your body, sinking deeper into calm as the night gently wraps you in its quiet, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie moves softly toward the grand staircase, its wooden steps worn smooth by years of careful footsteps. The soft glow of sconces lines the walls, casting warm pools of light that flicker gently with each passing shadow. He ascends slowly, each step a measured moment of calm and reflection. The air is filled with the faint scent of polished wood and aged stone, grounding and comforting. Outside, a breeze carries the soft rustle of leaves, a gentle accompaniment to his quiet climb. At the top, Carnegie pauses by a window overlooking the estate grounds. Moonlight spills softly over manicured lawns and ancient trees, painting the night in silvery hues. You imagine yourself there with him, breathing in the cool night air, feeling the steady calm of the quiet moment. Your breath matches the gentle rhythm of the world outside, soft, slow, peaceful. He turns and walks down the hallway toward his chambers, each step a gentle promise of rest. The house settles around him, a warm, protective shell against the night. Dear listener, now it is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of moonlight and the quiet footsteps carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift gently through the soft, peaceful night in Andrew Carnegie's world. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body melting further into calm as the gentle quiet of the evening wraps you in a soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie enters his private study, a room lined with tall bookshelves filled with leather-bound volumes. The soft glow of a shaded lamp casts warm circles of light across polished wood and worn leather chairs. He moves toward a small writing table near the window, where a soft breeze stirs the curtains. The scent of old books mingles with the faint aroma of pipe tobacco, subtle and comforting. Carnegie settles into a chair, drawing a thick woolen shawl around his shoulders. He reaches for a small leather-bound notebook resting nearby, opening it with gentle care. His fingers trace the smooth pages before he begins to write in slow, deliberate strokes. Outside, the night is still, the garden bathed in silver moonlight. The faint rustle of leaves and distant hoot of an owl create a soft, natural lullaby. You imagine yourself there beside him, the quiet rustle of paper and the soft scratch of pen soothing your senses. Your breath slows, your body relaxes further with each gentle sound. Carnegie writes for a while, then sets his pen down and gazes out the window. The calm of the night wraps around him like a soft, warm blanket. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the quiet stillness of this moment carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift gently through Andrew Carnegie's tranquil evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking ever more into calm as the soft stillness of night cradles you in quiet comfort. Tonight, Carnegie stands by the window, gazing out at the moonlit gardens below. The silver light shimmers softly on dew-kissed leaves and the gentle curves of winding paths. A soft breeze stirs the air, carrying the faint scent of blooming jasmine and fresh earth. He breathes deeply, letting the cool night air fill his lungs with calm and clarity. The peaceful rhythm of his breath matches the quiet pulse of the world outside. You imagine yourself standing beside him, feeling the cool breeze and the gentle warmth of shared silence. Your breath slows, your mind softens, your body relaxes deeply. The garden remains still and serene, a quiet sanctuary wrapped in moonlight and shadow. The gentle rustle of leaves whispers a lullaby, inviting you to drift softly toward sleep. Carnegie turns from the window with a quiet smile, the peace of the moment resting in his heart. He moves slowly back toward the warmth of his study, the night folding gently around him. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of moonlight and the quiet of the garden carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm, you are safe, you are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's serene evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking gently into calm as the quiet night wraps you in a tender, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie returns to his cozy sitting room, where a small fire flickers softly in the hearth. The gentle crackle of burning wood fills the room with warmth and a quiet, comforting rhythm. Soft shadows dance on the walls, weaving slowly like a quiet lullaby. He sinks into a deep armchair, pulling a soft woolen throw over his legs. The scent of burning oak mingles with the faint fragrance of lavender from a nearby sachet. Carnegie closes his eyes, breathing in the peaceful warmth surrounding him. The steady crackling of the fire soothes, each pop and hiss a gentle reminder to relax. You imagine yourself beside him, wrapped in softness and calm, the room glowing warmly in the firelight. Your breath slows, your body softens, and your mind drifts gently with the flickering flames. The world outside fades away, leaving only the quiet embrace of the hearth and the night. Carnegie lets out a contented sigh, the peace of the moment settling deep within. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the gentle warmth of the fire and the quiet of the night carry you softly into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through the quiet, warm embrace of Andrew Carnegie's evening feel your breath deepen and slow, your body melting further into calm as the gentle night wraps you in its soothing stillness. Tonight, Carnegie reaches for a small box resting on a nearby table. The box is carved from dark wood, smooth and cool beneath his fingers. Inside, delicate sheets of music paper lie neatly stacked, their edges worn soft from gentle handling. He lifts one sheet, reading the elegant notes penned carefully by hand. The faint scent of aged parchment rises, mingling with the warmth of the fire. Outside, the night remains still and quiet, the garden bathed in silver moonlight. A soft breeze carries the distant whisper of a piano's gentle melody. You imagine yourself there with him, feeling the delicate paper in your hands, hearing the faint music floating softly through the air. Your breath slows, your heart softens, your body relaxes deeper. Carnegie hums quietly to himself, a peaceful tune that blends seamlessly with the night. The room feels wrapped in calm, a sanctuary of gentle sounds and quiet light. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft music of the night carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift gently through Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking softly into calm, as the quiet night wraps you in a tender, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie places the music aside and reaches for a small porcelain cup on the table nearby. The cup holds a warm, fragrant herbal infusion, and lavender, blended with care. He lifts it slowly, the delicate porcelain cool against his fingertips, and brings it to his lips. The soothing warmth spreads gently through him, calming every muscle, quieting every thought. Outside, a gentle breeze rustles the leaves, carrying the soft scent of the night garden. You imagine yourself there with him, the gentle steam rising from the cup, curling softly in the lamplight. Your breath deepens, your body relaxes, sinking deeper into comfort. Carnegie closes his eyes briefly, savoring the moment's quiet calm. The room feels cocooned in softness, a sanctuary of peace and gentle light. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the warmth of this moment carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's tranquil evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking gently into calm as the night wraps you in its quiet, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie rises once more, moving toward a large, ornate cabinet filled with books and curios from around the world. The soft click of the cabinet door opening is a gentle sound in the quiet room. Inside rests a collection of ancient artifacts, delicate porcelain from China, carved ivory from distant lands, and rare minerals that shimmer softly in the lamplight. He reaches for a small, smooth stone, cool and polished, and holds it thoughtfully in his hand. The texture is soothing, grounding him in the present moment. Outside, the night hums softly, the distant hoot of an owl, the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. You imagine yourself beside him, feeling the cool stone and breathing in the quiet calm. Your breath slows, matching the steady rhythm of the peaceful night. Your body relaxes deeper, sinking softly into stillness. Carnegie gently places the stone back in its place and turns toward the fire's warm glow. The room feels wrapped in timeless calm, a sanctuary where worries dissolve and peace prevails. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the quiet touch of the night carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's serene evening. Feel your breath deepen and slow, your body melting further into calm as the gentle night enfolds you in its quiet, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie moves toward a tall window draped in heavy velvet curtains. He gently pulls them aside, revealing the starry sky stretching endlessly above the estate. The silver stars twinkle softly, their distant light steady and calm. He leans lightly on the windowsill, breathing in the cool night air filled with the scent of pine and earth. Outside, the garden sleeps under a blanket of quiet darkness, the world hushed and still. You imagine yourself standing beside him, feeling the soft velvet brush your fingers, the cool glass beneath your palms. Your breath matches the slow rhythm of the night, soft and steady. The stars above shine like tiny lanterns, guiding you gently toward peaceful dreams. The silence of the night feels like a gentle hug, wrapping you in safety and calm. Carnegie smiles softly, eyes lifted to the sky, heart filled with quiet wonder. He pulls the curtains closed with a slow, gentle motion and turns back to the warmth inside. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft glow of stars and the stillness of night carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift gently through Andrew Carnegie's tranquil evening. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking softly into calm as the night wraps you in its quiet, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie moves toward a small writing desk nestled near the fireplace. The soft flicker of flames casts gentle shadows on the polished wood. He picks up a fountain pen, its smooth weight comforting in his hand. With slow, deliberate movements, he begins to jot down thoughts in a leather-bound journal. The scratch of the pen on paper is soft, rhythmic, a quiet melody in the stillness. Outside, the garden is hushed beneath a velvet sky. The distant hoot of an owl and the faint rustle of leaves create a calming lullaby. You imagine yourself beside him, feeling the smooth paper beneath your fingers and the gentle warmth of the fire nearby. Your breath slows, your heart softens, your body relaxes deeper. Carnegie pauses, closing the journal gently and setting the pen down with care. He leans back, eyes closing briefly as the quiet peace settles around him. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the soft rhythm of writing and the gentle crackle of the fire carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Let's continue to drift softly through Andrew Carnegie's peaceful evening. Feel your breath deepen and slow, your body melting further into calm as the quiet night enfolds you in its tender embrace. Tonight, Carnegie reaches for a small music box resting on a nearby shelf. With gentle fingers, he winds it slowly, the delicate mechanism clicking softly to life. A soft, tinkling melody fills the room, light and airy, like the whisper of a breeze through autumn leaves. The music dances softly around the room, mingling with the crackle of the fireplace. Outside, the garden is bathed in silver moonlight, still and serene. You imagine yourself sitting beside Carnegie, the soft notes wrapping around you like a gentle hug. Your breath slows, your body relaxes, and your mind drifts gently with the music. The melody fades slowly, leaving behind a warm, soothing silence. Carnegie smiles softly, eyes closing as peace settles deep within. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the gentle music and quiet warmth carry you softly into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Feel your breath slow and deepen, your body sinking ever more into calm as the night wraps you in a tender, soothing embrace. Tonight, Carnegie settles into a plush armchair near the window. The soft rustle of heavy curtains moves with a faint breeze, creating a delicate, whispering sound. Outside, the moonlight glimmers softly on the quiet garden paths, casting gentle shadows that dance slowly. He pulls a thick blanket over his legs, the fabric warm and comforting against the cool night air. The quiet hum of the estate, far away, feels like a soft heartbeat, steady and calm. You imagine yourself beside him, wrapped in softness, breathing in the calm night air. Your breath matches the slow rhythm of the gentle evening, soft and steady. Carnegie closes his eyes, letting the peaceful night settle deep within his heart. The world feels hushed, wrapped in quiet, gentle darkness. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let the calm stillness and soft shadows carry you gently into dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Feel your breath deepen and slow, your body sinking fully into calm as the night embraces you in its soft, quiet lullaby. Tonight, Carnegie rises quietly, moving toward the softly glowing fireplace. The last embers glow gently, casting a warm amber light across the room. He smooths the edges of a folded blanket, placing it carefully over the arm of a chair. The house feels wrapped in peace, a sanctuary of calm where time slows to a gentle pulse. Outside, the night sky is vast and still, stars twinkling like distant whispers of light. You imagine yourself there with him, breathing in the soft warmth and the quiet stillness. Your body feels weightless, your mind serene, your heart calm. Carnegie turns and walks slowly toward his door, the soft sound of his footsteps, a final, gentle rhythm in the quiet house. He closes the door with a whisper, leaving the room bathed in soft shadows and peaceful silence. Dear listener, now is your time to rest. Let this calm embrace carry you gently into the sweetest dreams. The night is calm. You are safe. You are held. Thank you for sharing these quiet moments. Sleep well, wrapped in calm and softness. Good night, Saint Now, cradled in calm and softness, drifting into restful sleep.